Casual Crypto with Tony and Jay.
Wow. Lot to talk about. So that top headline, the other shoe is dropped. President Biden signs an executive order on cryptocurrency. Let's get right into it. What does this mean?
It's really hard to say what's going on right now. I mean, this is something that the whole industry has been kind of waiting on, kind of waiting on the sidelines to see what the government's going to do. And even still, it doesn't seem like, it seems like it's all the same things that we've all kind of had on our plate since the beginning of crypto. So it still seems like there's still some questions there, but it seems like maybe, hopefully the government will put down some regulations that everybody can comply with and kind of work around, and there won't be these question marks. Maybe this will put agencies like the SEC and give them some guidance as well, because they haven't provided any of themselves.
Yeah, so I mean, I personally was a little surprised that on this news everything jumped, because my instinct would have been everybody would have been like, "Whoa, I'm nervous." So I don't know. I mean, are people looking at this as good news? Like, is this the beginning of the road to clarity? How does this all play?
It's really hard to say. I don't know if it's clarity right now. I think that the industry has been worried about the government coming in, really trying to aggressively shut down crypto. So
right.
In some ways, this sounds a little bit more friendly, like they're actually trying to do things that will actually help the crypto industry. But the government's probably not going to do anything to really truly help the industry. But I think if they do kind of go in to squash any of this, we all know that there's scams everywhere. There's right. Unfortunately, that's probably one of the negative sections or aspects of the crypto industry, is that there are scammers out there, and there's a lot of new people in this space. And so there's a lot of people that aren't aware, or they find out about things too late and they might lose out. So, or lose some of their funding. So I some of that I do think is maybe positive, because that has to stop.
Right.
But, we also don't want to suppress the industry and keep it from growing. And there's just so many places, or so many projects out there that I think are doing amazing work. And they do need the clarity. But I worry personally about the government overstepping and squashing innovation.
They've never done that before.
No.
So we mentioned in the headlines, consumer investor protection, financial stability, addressing illicit finance. So that's kind of what we're getting into there. And then there's also another thing they want to address of U.S. competitiveness. So some of this is about us not falling behind, because, we talked about it in the first episode. People didn't take crypto seriously at first. Now it's like, you can't ignore it.
You definitely not.
And so, of course, the U.S. is going to say, hey, we want to be at the forefront of this. We want our dollar to stay strong. And, as money turns to digital and crypto, the U.S. wants to be at the forefront of that transition. So, I think that's a lot of this too. I mean, as what this is really going to mean is yet to be seen, because I don't know. I'm still not ready to just embrace it and say, hey, this is great. No,
I don't think anybody. I think the market's actually there was an uptick in crypto due to this. I think because maybe the market was thinking it was going to be more negative than it was.
Right.
And I think that again, it can always turn on a dime. But as of right now, it seems like the market took it as a mostly positive, direction for the government. So it's. We'll see where it actually really does truly go. But right now, everybody seems to be going full steam ahead. And again, a lot of these projects, the use cases for some of these projects, for some of these tokens, there is a use for them. So a lot of them, they're moving forward regardless of what the government wants or doesn't want.
Casual Crypto is intended for entertainment purposes only. Tony, Jay, and any guests are not financial advisors. Statements should not be taken as financial advice. Do your own research and invest at your own risk.